What's up, Culinary 4? Hope y'all are having a great week so far. As I'm just kind of rolling along here, just wanting to make sure that everything's going good. And oh, hey, sit down. I didn't say it's time for a bathroom break. Not time for a snack. It's time for you to listen to good old Chef Abbott. Come on, it's just like being in class, except I'm not yelling at the guys in the back to get off my table. I have to sterilize again because their butts were on it. Or the ones sitting off to the side because their butts are on theirs. And I'm just talking to the people up front as usual. Nah, I'm joking. Come on, guys. I hope everything is going well for y'all. I know some of y'all may be having a hard time with some of this and just different things that just are coming to light. But you know what? Hey, can I just encourage y'all just to keep pushing forward, whether you like it or not, like it or lump it, whatever the case may be. This is the way things are. But you know what? The thing is always finding a good, even in rough situations. As y'all know, good old Chef Abbott, I'd rather be in the classroom teaching y'all, whisking things, making things, and stuff like that. But I'm reduced to basically having to do videos and just kind of talking with y'all through this. So, I mean, we're all going through our hard times, but I mean, I can identify with all the stuff that y'all are going through. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's all about just doing the best with what you got. All right. So continue doing the best with what you got and keep plugging forward and finish this year strong, whether it be, by doing like this or some other way. Finish the year strong. Don't let it don't die at the end, okay? This is a chance for you to where there's issues and things like that. Good things can arise out of this. Good things can. So don't trip at the end. Plug on, okay? Again, attendance, I'm always going to go over that. Can keep checking in. Y'all are doing well with that. Just continue doing what you're doing. Classwork, make sure you're staying on top of that. I know I'm keeping it kind of simple for you guys. I'm just trying to do some simple lessons, simple things that can teach you a couple of things along the way. But keep doing it. Take your couple minutes, learn something, move on, and keep plugging forward, okay? Actually learned something down this stretch. Even though I'm not here making it with you and stuff like that, you can take the concepts that I'm teaching you and apply them into the kitchen at home and stuff like that when you have time to cook and stuff like that. So, just make sure that you do that. Today I'm excited to talk about pudding versus custard. Again, I'm not going to take very long. Don't look at me going, oh my God, he's got to talk about two things, so that means he's going to take twice as long. No, I'm going to kind of rapidly go through this, but the main thing I want to get to is the last thing. So first off, pudding is less firm, whereas custard is more firm. So if you're thinking about it conceptually in your head, pudding is obviously what you think of. Pudding, very mixy and stuff like that, whereas a custard, nice and firm, almost like a gelatin in a way, and stuff like that. So it's very good depending on what you're trying to do. If you want something a little more loose, you want to go pudding. If you want something a little firmer, you're going to be looking for a custard, okay? Puddings typically are not baked, whereas a custard is baked. There is a level of cooking that does go involved. Not a lot. Even in puddings, there is some level of cooking, but it's one is kind of like baked to make sure you get that firmness, okay? But here's the kicker, and this is where I wanted to kind of set up camp for just a few moments of your time. The thickener. A custard typically uses eggs as its thickener, okay? So as you're mixing the eggs into your flour, whatever the case may be that you're using, the egg acts as the thickener with the fats and things like that that go into that flour working together, okay? So the egg acts as the thickener, whereas with pudding, it's a lot more like cornstarch, or you add more flour and you have like a roux base almost, where it's flour and butter mixed together. The fats are in the butter mixing with either cornstarch or a flour mix, okay? So when you're mixing it together, I've made a pudding here recently, and I had eggs, I had flour. It's almost a custard base, but what I didn't do was I didn't bake it, and I kind of did a couple of other things with it to make it more of a pudding consistency, okay? So again, this is one of those things that you can actually take and kind of play with a little bit and see what you're trying to do. Again, it's all about taking your time and actually doing some cooking. None of y'all are in the kitchen with Chef Darty right now, so the only cooking you're doing is if you're doing any cooking at home. Don't let this last month you do no cooking, and if this is the way things go for the next month, you don't do any more cooking, and then you want to go out into the world. That would be tough. Okay, if you have a job and you're doing something steady, that's one thing. I get it, totally. Do your thing. But if you're at home and all you're doing is schoolwork and things like that, do some cooking. Keep yourself sharp. Don't let this be a time where you're just going to go, forget about it. I'm just going to do blah, 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 blah. Actually take some time to do some cooking. With me, with the extra time I've had, I've been doing some extra cooking. I've been doing probably more cooking in the last couple of weeks than I've probably done in the last couple of years, just based on the fact that I got time at home to actually work on that stuff. So work on it. Pick a skill, work on it. Pick on something that you want to do, work on it. Drive it home. Try something out. Do it in small amounts if you have to, just so you can try it out and experiment a little bit, okay? Small amounts and taste it. If it tastes nasty, hey, it's only a small amount. You didn't do anything. If it tastes good, make a larger amount. See if it still works together, okay? Don't allow this time to be lost in transition, okay? Stay strong. Stay with it. Keep believing. Keep checking in, doing your part, doing your work, and stuff like that. Hey, heads up. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.